Hi, welcome to Family Sense. Family Sense is dedicated to equipping every man, every woman, every husband, every wife with practical wisdom on family and marriage, especially in these toughest times. This is a production of No Regrets Communication, a division of Hope Education Network. Should you have any questions or need any information, please feel free to contact us on 0772 518 554. You can also contact us on 0754 734 738. You can also email us on noregrets@counselor.com. Right now, join in for insights from today's session. God bless you.
These are matters of a family. Must be alive, must be real, and must be dealt with, and most importantly, on the standard of the Lord and no other. If I remove the standard of the Lord, you would rather have me not even stand here. I will say nothing. All together. Let us look at what Numbers 18, just to give it a foundation. Numbers 11, verse 10 to verse 18. Let us see a scenario that happened between the Lord and someone here. When you look at Numbers chapter 11, just to get the story and the foundation of it so that it quickens our work together and the understanding. Verse 10 to verse 18 is what we are going to read, but we see what it says. Moses heard the people of every family wailing. Are you there? Each at the entrance to his tent. You can as well say each to their what? House, in their homes. And people are doing what? Wailing. People are doing what? Wailing. And the Lord became exceedingly angry, and Moses was troubled. We are seeing three categories of beings here. We are having all the families doing what? Wailing. And what are families in Uganda doing right now? And by the wailing, what is happening? God is also what? Exceedingly angry at wailing people. Does that scare you a bit? I thought when somebody is wailing, you also, hey, Bambi, Bambi. No. The Lord is angry at it. And what happens? Even God is his servant becomes very what? Troubled. That is the scenario. So, how does it progress? He asked the Lord, why have you brought this trouble on your servant? What have I done to displease you that you put the burden of all these people on me? Did I conceive all these people? Did I give birth to them? Why do you tell me to carry them in my arms? And as a nurse carries an infant to the land you promised on oath for their forefathers. Where can I get meat for all these people? Where can I get school fees for them? Where can I get water for them? What can I do about their airtime? Hello, am I reading the things? Hello? You mean they're not? Are we reading the same thing, Ria? And now the leader is also doing what? Troubled. His feelings, things, the matter is so hard and terrible. It is like the economic times of Uganda. What did he say? Government has become bankrupt. Yes. I think that helps us to make sense of some things. They keep telling me, give me some meat. I cannot carry all these people by myself. The burden is too heavy for me. I can't run this business by myself. I can't run this church by myself. I can't run this government by myself. I can't. He's actually acknowledging something. I cannot run these things by myself. Neither can you do your work by yourself alone. That's the point. The burden is heavy. If this is how you are going to treat me, put me to death right now. Now, that was a very hot moment. Don't just assume. You know, the text, if you don't put your heart to it, you don't see the meaning of this. Those are hard moments. I'm a leader myself. And I know what it means to be at the center of that things have to end with you. And that's what I have lived almost all my adult life. It can be very hot. So when you yearn to initiate a business, please be ready for number 1 on your job description, to bear with endless problems, not knowing when they will end. That is number 1. That is what duty number 1 is on the job description of a leader. A leader of a person himself, leading yourself. A leader of a family, a leader of a business, a leader of a nation, a leader of a village. Everything. That's what it is. That's the reality. Welcome to the reality of things. So if you're not ready to deal with the problems, please excuse yourself from leadership. Altogether. Find a job to do. You will even fail to lead yourself. So please just ask God to expire you from the world and go to him or to hell. This is what he said. If this is how you're going to treat me, just do what? But if I have found favor before you, altogether, before your eyes, do not let me face my own what? Ruin. Are you reading? Is the message the same which we are reading there or not? That is the real thing. Face the matters and we have to deal with them. Nobody is going to deal with these matters. But who? You. All together. Verse 16. The Lord said to Moses, okay. Yeah, now I understand. You've got to a point of limits. Bring me 70 of Israel's elders who are known to you as leaders and officials among the people. What is the solution? Bring for me people. Okay, the number there is 70, according to the need that was there. But bring for me people known to you. As what? Leaders. As people who do what? Do this work. Known to you. Have them come to the tent of meeting, that they may stand there with you. I will come down and speak with you there, and I will take of the spirit that is on you and put the spirit on them. They will help you carry the burden of the people so that you will not have to carry it alone. Are you seeing the picture here? What is it saying? Number 1, get to me people known to you. That tells you that if you are selecting somebody, you must know the person. Who is this person? Now many times we pick what? Carelessly and randomly we dump. Where are your papers? Okay, bring, come here, do. Come on. You're messing up the work before it even begins. I will take of the what? Spirit in you and put in them. He's not saying I will reduce from you, but I will take what is in you, the Spirit in you. I will take of the Spirit that is on you and put the Spirit on them. Maybe to answer that question which has come forth, and I know it, everyone else has it, so that means I become less. No. The issue is, if I have a candle in my hands, and someone else is having their candle, and I go and light up the person's candle, does mine blow out? What happens? Does my fire reduce? What happens?
The light increases instead.
The light increases. Altogether. The issue is, take of this burden which is of you, let them share into it. One who sees, able to see it. If one doesn't take on the spirit of the work you are doing, he's just going to be a complainer, he's just going to be a grumbler, he's just going to destroy the work. We are talking about character issues here. Does that make sense to you? If one doesn't adopt the spirit of what you are doing, he's just going to spoil it. So character is the thing. And character is the foundation upon which the work is laid. Altogether. Yeah. So you must go through character tests of whoever you want to do on. That's what we are talking about here. Okay? Let's look at Exodus 18. Exodus 18. This is the whole picture. We begin from verse 13, although what is quoted is verse 18. Just to give a picture here. Something happened. There was a discussion of a family here. There was Moses, and then his father-in-law came in and saw some nice things happening, and his father-in-law even gave some advice. And look at verse 13. The next day, they were eating. Let's look at verse 12 to begin. Then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, brought a burnt offering and other sacrifices to God. And Aaron came with all the elders of Israel to eat bread with Moses' father-in-law in the presence of what? God. Let me ask you a question. If I'm to put it down, is this something like a family kind of meeting they are having? They are having a family discussion where? Somewhere. Father-in-law with his son in what? Is that family affairs? And now this person happens to be a head of state, a president of a nation called Israel, ancient Israel, so to say. And now they are having a discussion in what? State House. And he's watching how people are coming from Karamoja to go and meet the president. Others are coming from Arua, they go to meet the president, they have their problem. Others are coming from, we know they say. Then these are these other doctors, they are striking. The teachers are saying we want so science and arts teachers, each one of them has their own what? Hallelujah. Yeah, that is the point. Now, there is what? The father-in-law happens to be, he says, he watches how this president is doing what? Conducting business affairs. The next day, Moses took his seat to serve as judge for the people. And they stood around him from morning till evening. When his father-in-law saw all that Moses was doing for the people, he said, "What is this you are doing for the people? Why do you alone sit as judge and sit over that computer to do this and sit over this? And all these people stand around you from morning till evening doing nothing. Why? Why are you the only one doing these things?" I'm the expert. Only me knows how to do these things. That can appear to be a plus for you. It can even make you a star. All together. And you appear to be the nice one. You appear to be the big one. All together. But let me tell you, that it makes you a destroyer. If you are the only one there, able to do what you are meant to do, what the work you are doing, you are only the one, it is a destroyer. Ask me. Moses answered him, because the people come to me to seek God's will. Whenever they have a dispute, it is brought to me, and I decide between the parties and inform them of God's decrees and laws. Verse 17. Moses' father-in-law replied, what you are doing is not good. And for any work, if you are the only one who knows what is meant to be done, that is not good for you. And it's not even good for your work. You will end up being too stressed and unable to get anywhere. You will cut off progress. You will destroy the very work that you think you are doing. And that's why many times we find many lifestyle problems, lifestyle diseases, pressure, hypertension, all those things there. They are associated with businessmen. And you don't have to be that way. And you don't have to be one of them. All together. So, what did Moses, his father-in-law, say? You and these people who come to you are only going to wear yourselves what? Out. The work is too heavy for a single person. You cannot handle it alone. Okay? Listen now to me, and I will give you some what? Advice, and may God be with you. You must be the people's representative before God. Has he replaced him and taken him out of his position? He's told him, remain the very person who is meant to do it, and bring their disputes to him. Teach them the decrees and laws, and show them the way to live and the duties they are to perform.
Remember that you are engaged in a family sense gathering, which is dedicated to equipping every man, every woman, every husband, every wife with practical wisdom on family and marriage. I hope you're enjoying yourself.
Teach them the decrees and laws, and show them the way to live and the duties they are to perform. Some critical things we are seeing here. Teach them. You see that somebody doesn't know what to do and how to do something? Or let me put it another way. You see that somebody is a fool? Okay, what should you do? Teach them. Educate them. And that's the meaning of the entire education system. Why do we take our children to school? Actually, to learn to be what? Useful in life. And if education is not going to make somebody help somebody to become useful in life, then probably it is useless education. Don't pay school fees. Tough talk, right? It's not merely being in school and I have my P7 certificate, my S4 certificate. It's not merely that. It is more than that. And at the moment, we seem to have too many certificates and very many useless guys. Sorry to say. Teach them. And then number 2, show. Listen to me now, and I will give you some advice. And may God be with you. You must be the people's representative before God and bring their disputes to him. Then the next, teach them the decrees and laws, and show them the way to live. Listen, teach them the decrees and laws. principles and practices, policies and procedures. Do all those things. Even when you recruit somebody into your work, or even when you get recruited in any work, the first thing, find out what are the rules of play in this place. A rule-less workplace is so disorganized and such an oppressive place to be. What are the rules of the game? Don't be taken by surprise. If you get into any workplace, or if you are creating a workplace, please cause it to be what? How do we do our things here? And then number 2, show them the way to live. Show them the way to live. We are not yet even talking about the work. We are talking about character. How do you conduct yourself? How should this person do things? Sometimes people fail in their work, not because they don't have the what? The competence, but because they don't know how to behave and how to live. Character. And then 2, and the duties they are to do what? To perform. Are you seeing the picture? The work they are to do. It appears to be the last thing to be considered, not the first thing. Sometimes we miss it. We think this person is very good at this, but he can be a very serious spoiler of the work just because of he doesn't know how to conduct himself. Character. Hello? In the Mars, for us, we operate by these principles in the Mars. They are not on Earth here, right? And I think you guys on Earth don't need it. But it is simple. Teach them the principles and what? Practices. 2, teach them the way to live. And these days, you employ somebody, he doesn't want to talk about his character. For me, this is how I was created. If you come with that attitude, please believe me, I won't even give you space into the place. I don't. Because you're going to become a spoiler. And character first. And I'm very interested in it. I'm interested in people's private lives. Those I'm working with, I'm interested in their private lives. Very, very interested. And very concerned. As a leader, I must be concerned. And of course, I know that is unmodern. But that is the way. That is the standard of God. I'm interested. So if you are seeking a job from Wesigwa, be prepared for me to go under your bed to check out how you are. Eh? No. Of course, I know how far I go, but I must go. I'm interested in somebody's lives. There is a way I can get to under your bedroom even when I don't get there physically, just to see how does this person sweep his underbed and perform duties, and how they perform the what? The duties. Because some of the things which affect somebody at work are actually under the bed. You ask him if he slept and the bed bugs were pitching him all through. Will he do work very well? Okay? You want somebody to play the piano in the church. How was his evening? Is his child at school or not? Those are things. Then they are not fit. We are talking about deploying people. Then that person is not deployable. He's unfit for what you are employing. Let us go back. Picking what? We are dealing with the suitable. Who is suitable for the work? If you just keep carelessly and randomly and you say they will do, you yourself are being what? You are being, no. You are just diluting it. You are being a fool. Simple. Please look at me. Look at me very clearly. I will speak it without blinking. You are being a fool. by picking carelessly. What did you read? Like cutting off one's what? Feet, or drinking violence is what? Entrusting a fool. And we've already talked about that. That's the point. Okay? These are not things very easy. So, skill is a combination of what? Character and what? Competence together. They are inseparable. This is something which is eroded from the systems. This is something which is eroded from work, but it is extremely important. It's not about what somebody is able to do for me. It's about how well that person is doing. Sometimes I'm first interested in the person's life before I get interested in their work. So I must check character issues and competence. They move together. I've lived long enough, and I've employed long enough, and I have dealt with employers long enough, and I've dealt with employees long enough to know that there are some people who behave so well, but they can't do work. And there are people who do the work so well, they don't behave well. And I have, in between there, tested productivity, and none of those produces good work. All together. It's the balance of both. Character and what? Competence is what actually skill means, as we are going to see. So the right character makes a person what? Suitable for the work. That's what character does. And the right competence makes a person what? Fit for the work. So the one possessing the right spirit and the right abilities to perform your task. That's what skills are all about. Right character makes a person suitable for the work. And the right competence makes a person fit for the work. That's it. And always seeking. If I am seeking for a job, or if anyone here is seeking for a job, check out yourself. Do a personal audit. What's my character like? And what is my competence like? And many times we don't want to face ourselves. A big sickness. We are still talking about identifying what? People. Please, I will take you back. We are dealing with what? Economy. And economy has three. The first one is work. When work is done very well, make sure you remember to pick your what? Your rewards. And when you get your rewards, please make sure you do what? Manage those rewards very well. All together. Otherwise, you'll be like a parliamentarian who earns about 30 million a month, and then you say, and we are dealing with the matter of work right now. Only, please, rewards later, not in this what? Session. Otherwise, it will be again what? Confusing. All together. It will again make us, we shall not be applying this, which we talked about. Everything should be done in a fitting and what? Orderly way. Because God is a God of what? Order. It's very important for us to see that. And now, in doing this system of work, we are talking about 4 components of a system of work. First of all, arranging what? Tasks. And then secondly, deploying what? Resources to perform those tasks. And thirdly, deploying people to perform those tasks using the resources. And finally, you give an account of how the tasks were performed, how much resource was used, how the people did the work. That is what it is. But today, we dealt with the arranging tasks last time. We also attempted to deploy what? Resources. Today we are dealing with only one area, very sensitive, very delicate, which is called what? Deploying people. And why are we saying this? To make sure you follow the story. Don't just pick ideas, you will miss the point. Okay? But connect the idea as it flows. And here we say, first we say we need to recognize that we need suitable what? Helpers. Not just merely helpers. Suitable what? Helpers. And so, for us to get suitable helpers, we need to identify people possessing the what? The skills needed for the work. And this is what we are doing right now. We recognize the need for suitable helpers, which we saw there very well, and it's the only thing that God saw was not good, for a man to be what? Alone. And deploying people, we are saying, don't do what? Pick carelessly and randomly. We've already seen that. Very well guided, right? And don't just pick anybody just because he's your family member. And don't just pick anybody because he's from outside of the family. It's not about how you feel, and it's not about what you like. It's about what the work needs. There we remove names. We even remove faces. We remove feelings. We first say, what does the work need?
Family Sense is on a mission of teaching God's truth for reforming marriages and building families throughout the nation. Stability of our nation can only be realized with well-founded families and marriages. We therefore invite you to engage in Family Sense gatherings. Should you have any questions or need specific assistance, please feel free to contact us on 0772 518 554 or 0754 73 4738. You can also email us on noregrets@counselor.com. God bless you. We look forward to seeing you next time.